It's beer o'clock on Real Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Cervesa Espiga in Spain, and it's a bottle of the Citra Blonde Ale at 5.5% ABV. By the it's the Espiga Hop Collection series down the bottom there. Black bottle cap. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Ooh! Not too bad. I've had a lot worse kind of poppers than that in the past. But still, you don't want it really popping at all, do you? Okay, so beer in the glass then, more or less it's a three finger. Slightly off my head. Nice levels of carbonation rolling up the glass there. Definitely a bottle conditioned beer. Slightly hazy, blonde amber coloured beer. Let's get the aroma. Oh yeah, lots and lots of that citra hop coming through in the aroma there. It's like marmalade-y aroma as well. Orange marmalade coming through. Do you know when you get a little bit of that kind of stringy orange marmalade? That's most definitely coming through in the aroma of this beer. It smells quite dry, spicy. Let's dive in. Cheers. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Really, really carbonated beer. This beer, I'm not sure if you've seen, wind it back and kind of watch it back. I think my eye did that a little bit then. The amount of carbonation was, in all truth, a little bit too much. It's when you get a beer that's over-carbonated like this, it just tends to hit your mouth and explode. And rather than thinking about the flavours of the beer, you're thinking, crikey, that's really kind of fizzy and hissy and aggressive. It's aggressively carbonated. Really is. It kind of, the liquid, it's that aggressive, almost turns into a foam in your mouth. It's hard to kind of identify it as a liquid because it's just the way the beer feels in the mouth. Other than that, apart from that, the beer's lovely. Nice biscuity, malty, bready flavours. Got that burp there from the carbonation. I suppose it is quite drinkable, it is quite fresh. But the citra hops on the back end is what makes this beer. It's lovely and tropical and fresh and juicy. Quite citrusy, quite bitter. And it's a bit like marmalade on toast in the flavour. Biscuity, toasty breadiness with that lovely kind of marmalade-y flavour on the back end. It's quite tart, it's a little bit earthy as well. Right, you've seen what a more or less clear beer looks like. It is most definitely bottle conditioned. If you're new to craft beer, I'll show you the process now. Shake that yeast up a little bit. So if you bought the beer and you've decided to pour it all out into the glass, I may not be able to, with that carbonation, I just can't get it all out. But you can see a much more of a hazy beer. Don't be alarmed by that, don't worry about that. It's the natural fermentation process. This is the second fermentation process. So they add a little bit of yeast to each bottle, which naturally carbonates the beer. And it's perfectly good for you. It's full of vitamin B, so not to worry if you've poured the beer and you haven't ruined it. Yeah, it's a lovely beer. Fresh, hoppy, juicy, marmaladey, drinkable, refreshing. That carbonation has calmed down a little bit now. It was that initial opening and that initial, I think by pouring more of the beer into the glass, it's helped to release some of that carbonation, so it's not as aggressive in the glass as I'm getting through it. Right, let's get the rest of that yeast in now. Look at that. So, what does the brewer say? We have only a craft beer, brewed with passion and unpasteurized. It's a live beer, so yeah, it's a bottle conditioned beer. Medium-bodied blonde beer with fruity and herbal notes. The fruity and herbal notes are coming from the Citra hop. Yeah, it's a nice beer. It's a nice beer from brewer or Cervesa Espiga, 5.5% ABV. It's the Espiga Hop Collection Series Citra. Do you know, if you asked me to rate the beer at the beginning of the review, I would have taken at least a mark away for the carbonation. But letting the beer settle down in the glass, letting the beer naturally air, if you like, get rid of some of that carbonation, it becomes less aggressive. So I'm going to reel back my initial thoughts on taking the mark off and just rate it with the beer in the glass as I have, because I think the beer has, over the last 5 minutes, improved immensely. It's nowhere near as carbonated as it was. So the beer looks good in the glass, smells good and tastes good. Would I buy another one? Yes, most definitely I would. So I'm going to rate it now, and I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Reload Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom and cheers.